They're telling me I should get a moderator. They're telling me I should get a moderator. We usually don't have that much of a problem, so we should be good with moderation on here, okay? Hey you guys. Hi. How's everything going? So we're gonna be talking about some skincare hot takes. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Okay, you guys are on my other phone, and sometimes the Wi-Fi be a little glitch. So just let me know if you guys can hear me or if it's lagging or anything like that. Okay. So we're gonna talk about some skincare hot takes. Let me look up real quick what I want to start with because I have a list of them here. Um, so let's do this one. So the first hot take is that, well, one second. Hold on. And it gives you guys some time to come into the chat because there ain't nobody in here yet. So give me a second while I do something real quick. All right, so let's get it going. So the first hot take that we're going to talk about is you don't need a 10-step skincare routine. And my AC is going in the back too if it's a little noisy, but it's hot as hell out here. So, well, not in here, it's cold now. As you can see, I got a sweater on. But anyways, as I was saying, you don't need a 10-step routine. Many people don't need a 10-step skincare routine, okay? They go on social media, they look at what influencers are doing and what influencers are using, and they think that that is what they should be doing for their skincare. But that's not reality, right? A lot of them have been sent PR. They have a lot of product they need to get rid of. So they throw it all on their face at once. They may have brand deals with some of these companies, and they just have to get the product out and on in front of you guys to buy or to use it up. So they end up using all of these products within their skincare routine. And then you think to yourself, as someone who doesn't know, that, oh, I need to use 10 different products on my face. No, you don't need to use 10 products on your face. In reality, you only need about 3, maybe even 4. Okay. So no, you don't need to be using 10, 20, 30. And it really irks me when I see people using skincare products and they're using so many. It irks me. I don't know. It's like you don't need that many. And then on top of that too, when you are using too many skincare products, you don't know what is working for you. You don't know what's breaking you out. You don't know anything, right? It's just, and a lot of them too, the ingredients are not matching. So you're using different skincare ingredients and different products, throwing it on your face, and then you're wondering why you have an issue. Yeah. So no, you don't need no 10 skincare routine. 3 to 4 products, keep it simple. Keep 3 to 4 products that are also made for your skin type. Keep it simple, and you'll see more results that way. Okay, that was hot take number 1. Okay, let's do another one. Eye creams are just overpriced moisturizers. Now, I've talked about this before, where I personally don't really use eye creams. I don't think they're worth it because I do just think they're just that. They're creams formulated. You can use a face cream and put it into the area as well. That's what I do. But I do feel like a lot of these eye creams are overpriced. They're not worth it. And so and they usually cost more. You know what I'm saying? So you're spending $20, $30 on an eye cream when you just get a face moisturizer and put it underneath the eye. Now, if you do have more severe eye issues like crow's feet, things that you're really trying to like get down to, I would say use an eye mask or an eye patch. That's more, you're gonna get what you need to get, right? Let's just be real. It's something you can put on let it sit, and then remove it, you're probably going to get more of a benefit from that than an eye cream. Okay, so I do agree. I think eye creams are a bit overhyped, and I feel like they're a little hit or miss, you know. And there are some people who may swear by them, but I'm not going to waste my money on no eye creams. I'm sorry, not doing it. Okay, you just take a moisturizer, do the same thing. All right, so that's hot take number 2. All right, so let's see. I have a list of hot takes here, so I'm just going to be going through them, picking which one, and then, you know, giving you guys my opinions on them. Let's see. Cinema is overrated. If you guys have any, leave them down below as well for me to. So face oils are unnecessary if you already use moisturizer. Now this one, I'm gonna have to. This is a very depending on the person, okay? Because there are people who can use a water-based moisturizer, but their skin sucks that shit up to where they're dry after they put it down, or the dry air, depending on where you live. So a face oil is beneficial because it locks in that oil, right? I mean, it locks in that water base. It doesn't let it escape from the skin. It locks it in. So for some people, it doesn't matter how much you moisturize. You need an oil. You're going to need an oil to lock that moisture in. You get what I'm saying? So that one is a little bit situational. Okay? Next hot takes. So next one is physical exfoliants aren't the enemy. Some people benefit from them. And I agree. When you use physical exfoliants the right way, and by physical exfoliants, the ones that you take that are like a scrub, either it's sugar, pumice, and you actually, you know, massage into the skin. I do believe that it depends on how you use it. Once again, I've had people go, oh, I've been told I shouldn't use a sugar scrub. Why? And then why? It's working for you, right? Yeah, your skin's glowing. You don't have any ingrowns. Your skin is smooth. It's working for you, right? Okay, well, it didn't work for that person. Doesn't mean it's not going to work for you. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's another situational part of it where it really just depends on the person. So physical exfoliants can be very beneficial for those who it works for, right? But everybody's skin is different. If you're more sensitive, if you're more, it's different for everyone. So that one is, okay. So luxury, so next hot take. Luxury skincare isn't better. You're paying for branding, okay? Now, I am a girl, I'm a woman who always has used like drugstore, you know, Cetaphil, Derma E, like I have had that, but I've also had products that were on the higher end, you know, Dr. Zenobia, like where you spend a little bit more money, right? Some things from Fenty Beauty. And I will say there are times where a lot of them they are neck to neck. They are the same. They are not too different, right? Granted, depending on the ingredients, depending on what they are putting in their product and what that product is going to do for your skin, you can see it be a little bit more in price because of the ingredients. But also too, the reality of it, you know, the brand as well is what you are paying for. Just like with anything else, you can be paying for the brand, the packaging, the packaging, and we all know how that goes. But sometimes these luxury skincares, they're not really better than your average drugstore. Like, they either are the same or your drugstore works better than what they work. You know what I'm saying? So that also depends. So let's see, what's the next one? Retinol is overhyped. Not everyone needs it. Agree. I agree with that one. It can be overhyped, and people use retinol completely. They use retinol the wrong way. You know, retinol is something that you have to take your time with. You can't throw retinol on your face every day and think that you're gonna see you're gonna mess your skin up. But yeah, retinol, yeah, it depends on what you're going for, what your skin is like. If you have more mature skin, you may want to pull retinol. But if you're someone who's younger, you really don't need retinol. Let's be really honest. Like, you don't need to be 25 using retinol. That's like, I would say 35 plus, maybe older than that. Okay. What's the next one? Vitamin C serums are more unstable than their worth. So this is why I say when you are buying a vitamin C product, you really want to make sure that vitamin C, it's in the top of the ingredient list. You don't want to see vitamin C all the way down at the bottom. If it's all the way down at the bottom, you're not really getting much. And then also to the type of vitamin C. I don't off the bat remember the exact name of the vitamin C, but there's a vitamin C that's a very stable, high concentration vitamin C that when you are looking for those vitamin C products, you want to make sure that you are getting that. Okay? Because let me tell you, if you're picking up a vitamin C product and it's all the way at the bottom, vitamin C, you're only getting a drop of that. Okay, so definitely check that ingredient list. All right. Let me see. Hyaluronic acid. Fragrance. Okay, so this is the next one. Fragrance in skincare isn't always bad. For those of you guys who are watching, can you guys hear me? I just want to know because my AC is pretty loud, so I just want to make sure that y'all can hear me. But yeah, so next hot take is that fragrance in skincare isn't always bad. I prefer no fragrance or very minimal fragrance because when you start putting fragrance in skincare, it's just I feel the same way for makeup as well, like face makeup, like foundation. Why does it smell like roses? No. Unless it's a natural herb, like a natural rose or a natural lavender, that's one thing in skincare. But if you're adding a vanilla scent to a face product, what are you doing? No. Keep it simple. And a lot of times when you have the ingredients together, you don't need that. So I think there should not be fragrance in skincare products. When it's fragrance, it turns me off. I don't even want to use it because I feel like they're like hiding something. I don't know. It feels like you're not really getting the full benefit. Like you're trying to trick me with the scent or something. I don't know. I'm not a fan of fragrance in skincare. And the next one, okay, this is one that I think is really good. Natural ingredients aren't always safer. And I will have to agree. The reason why I agree with that one is that when it comes to using natural ingredients, you have to know what you're using and how you are using it. Okay? People think natural ingredients are better, but they also have their side effects. Yep. You use too much tea tree oil, it's going to give you a rash. You're going to get burnt up. Okay? So you have to know what you are using and also not having any allergies. Because if you're allergic to lavender and you're putting lavender oil on your face, you're going to have a rude awakening. Okay? So depending on how you're using a product and if it's okay with your body to use, like if you don't have any allergic reactions and things like that, that is something to also keep in mind. So they're not always safer if you're not using them right. You get what I'm saying? Okay. Let's move on to the next hot take. This is fun. I actually like doing this. I think I'm gonna do this more often. Okay. The next hot take is Perion Brooks. Hey, how you doing? Hello. Okay, so we're gonna go into the next hot take. Let's see, what do we have? Okay, so next one is you don't need to spend money at Sephora for good skin. And you don't. When I first started my acne journey and clearing up my skin, as you guys can see, your girl is clear. But years ago, when I started this journey, I was in the drugstore. We didn't have Sephora money. Okay, we weren't going to be spending $30 on a face wash, a face cream, none of that. I was in the drugstore. CVS, Walgreens were my best friend. Not even Walmart and Target, okay? Because CVS, y'all be sleeping on CVS, okay? They have those coupons. You can get 40% off, 20% off of products, a certain brand. So I was in there buying, trying different things, and I figured out what worked for me. And with drugstore products, I cleared my skin. So you do not need to spend Sephora money to get amazing skin. And a lot of these drugstores now, even like Ulta, you go to Ulta, they got so many products in there, girl. You can have clear skin on a budget, okay? The next hot take is slugging isn't for everyone and can make skin worse. Now, if you guys don't know what slugging is, which I think, listen, I don't know about y'all, but people have been doing slugging, or we use Vaseline on the face. So, or oils on the face. That's been around forever. They just come up with a new title for it. But it's not for everyone. It's not. You have to keep in mind that, especially if you're slugging using Vaseline, it can clog your pores. So somebody like me who's oily, acne prone, you won't see me putting Vaseline on my face. Nope, not doing it. Not doing it. Because Vaseline, people are, okay, let's also talk about this. Vaseline, people fail to realize, it's a skin protector. It is not a moisturizer. It is not an oil. It sits on the skin to protect the skin from chafing and things of that sort. So if you're putting something on your skin that doesn't even absorb into the skin, it just blocks everything, and you're doing that every day, what do you think is going to happen to your skin? Now, maybe you're oily prone like me, you're going to be bumpy as hell, okay? You're going to have pimple after pimple. No. So slugging isn't for everyone. Now, if you're using an oil every night and you are dry skin, that could work for some people. Yeah, you can see amazing skin results, but that depends on your skin type. Hands down. Hands down. Let's see. Let's go to the next one. So dermatology routines are usually very simple. I don't like that one. Not everybody needs sunscreen indoors. Okay, so let's talk about this one. Not everyone needs sunscreen indoors. Do y'all be wearing sunscreen indoors? I don't. I feel like I don't buy that hype. I don't buy it at all. Like, to say you need to wear sunscreen indoors. Like, we're not in direct contact with the sun. You're in a building. So for me, because that's just like when I'm out and, like, let's say I put an umbrella over me to protect me from the sun. The sun's not directly on me. It's bouncing off of the umbrella, right? Now, the other little rays and stuff may get to your body, but I just don't buy into that part of it. I think that is a scam, to be honest. I don't buy into that part. So no wearing sunscreen indoors. If you're gonna be outdoors, yes, but indoors, don't waste your product like that. Don't waste your product. Oh, this one is a good one. This one is a good one. And I think this is our last one. This is our last one. Okay, this is our last one. All right. So this one is a good one. TikTok skincare hacks do more harm than good. And I'm going to have to agree. Because a lot of the times when it comes to these TikTok skincare, you guys, these are influencers. These are people who influence you to buy something. They have no background on skin. They have no background on product usage. They don't have any of that. They're just showing you something. And because they use it and they like it, they're putting it in front of you to get you to buy it. And it may not even be for your skin type, but you go and buy it, right? So this is where you have people buying products that they're not even for them. You're buying a freaking a face cream and you're oily skin prone, right? But they're not going to say that because they don't know that. They don't know, oh, by the way, if you're oily skin, you don't want to use this. No, they're going to try to sell it to you. So a lot of like the TikTok things and the routines and all that, I feel like it misleads and it's miseducation for a lot of people. So yeah, I don't agree with that at all. I do think that it does more harm than good. I really do feel like if you're looking for anything that has to do with skincare, please, please, please look for people who are either estheticians, dermatologists, like they know what they're talking about. Okay? I'm not saying that people who are not in those fields don't know what they're talking about, but when it comes to the whole TikTok thing, usually they're just trying to sell you something. Okay? And take a look at their skin. Stop playing. Stop playing, because a lot of times I'll see these girls' skin and I'm like, oh, her skin is tore up, but she over here, buy this cream. No, I'm not buying nothing from you because look at your skin. Your stuff is tore up. You got bumps and stuff. Like, I'm not buying anything from you. Look at their skin. Look at their content. What are they talking about? How long they've been doing that? Y'all need to make sure that you are buying or taking suggestions from the right people. Okay? And I'm big on that because that's what I do here. Y'all know we talk about clear skin from acne, and I have a rap sheet. A rap sheet. You can go look at the my acne skincare playlist, and you'll see what my skin looked like about almost 10 years ago to what it looks like now and how I've been maintaining it. Okay, so we don't play about that over here. I'm gonna call you Perry because I'm not Perry Young. I'm gonna call you Perry. I'm good. How are you, Perry? I'm good. No complaints. Life is good. Okay. I'm very wise. Thank you. Thank you. I think that's kind of rare nowadays. We don't have a lot of wise people. You know what? I think I reconnected, but I was saying that going on in society is that people don't use their brains. But the reason why people are not using their brains is because things in society have become simplified, right? Things are already AI'd for you. You don't have to think. You don't have to go out and get anything. Everything is already, that's the problem. So when you are doing things where people don't have to use their brains anymore, you're going to get a bunch of idiots walking around here. And that's just, I said it correctly? Okay, good. But but that's one of the things that I've noticed as well with society is that people just aren't using their brains anymore. There'll be a bold sign on the door that says, do not enter. And do you not know how many people with their heads and their phone are going to walk through that door? People are going to do it. You get what I'm saying? Just common sense, using the brain. It ain't there. Unfortunate because, that's the being a human and individual is where you have your own thought process. You have your own creation, your own this, your own that. And when that's not working anymore, and you know what too? I think we're like the last generation that actually used our brains. I'm 30. My generation is the last generation that actually used our brains. I feel like everyone else is reliant on phones. You know, one thing I noticed when I was younger, we didn't have these things, phones and stuff. But what I realized is that I used to remember a lot of phone numbers. I used to remember my grandma's phone number, my best friend's phone number by heart. I didn't need a phone, right? I knew it off the bat, or I knew how to get from my house to my school off the rip. I didn't need no GPS. You get what I'm saying? Now people if you got children, ask your kid, do they know how to get home from like school? Do they know how to get home? If the phones were down, if things didn't work, do they know how to get home? Another thing I always say, I don't have any children yet, but I always ask like parents that I talk to and stuff like, does your kid know the bus routes? Does your kid know the bus routes to get home if something happens? Do they know how to walk from? A lot of people don't know how to maneuver without a GPS. madness nowadays. It is. It is. But one thing that I realize is that people are capable of doing it. It's just that now we made things so easy for people to chill. We made it so easier for people to not use their brains and not figure it out. You get what I'm saying? And I like technology. I think technology is very beneficial, but I also feel like it hurts society in a massive way as well. You know, you don't have kids growing up reading books anymore. You don't have kids playing outside. I played outside when I was younger, man. We used to ride our bikes up and down the street. We used to do so much. I used to read a lot when I was a kid. Things that kept your mind and your body going. They're not doing that anymore. Kids are at home sitting on video games and iPads, right? They aren't outside playing. You know what I'm saying? They're not doing that, so they're also too not fit. And let's not talk about what they're consuming. See, y'all gonna get me started. Y'all are gonna get me started. Because this is stuff that I'm real passionate about too, but it's just these little things about how society is going that makes me really concerned, because I'm like, I don't want to be in no old home when I get older, because if these are the people that are going to be trying to take care of me, oh, we are cooked. Okay? We are cooked. All right? COOKED. Okay? Oh my goodness. But yeah, it's just, and it's crazy too, because you think about other, we'll break this down into countries. See, and I'm talking about something outside of freaking skincare, but we're done. If you guys have any questions about skincare, let me know. But we're gonna rock with this, because I guess it's meant to go in this direction. But if you look at kids in other countries, right? You got kids in America, iPads, all that, right? And then you look at other kids in other countries, their children are doing high school level freaking math, and they're only 5. Their reading is out of this world. They're doing other things with their activities and gymnastics and things like that. Like, other countries' kids are excelling, right? Out here, I'm in LA. I don't know about everybody else, but a lot of the kids are not even reading at a third grade level. A lot of kids are not even reading. That's a problem. That is a problem. A lot when I was a kid, all the time. Yep, hopscotch was my shit. Tag, hide and seek, running. Yep. Oh, remember dodgeball? Oh, I used to tear people up in dodgeball. Yeah, first one was when you was 14. Yeah, but we actually had fun outside, and I also feel like we got to bring that back. And I also think parents got to bring that back. You have to get your kids out of the house. Take them to a park. Go throw the ball with them outside. Put the phone down. Put the electronics down. You get what I'm saying? Get them out the house. Get them active. Get on some bicycles. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's different nowadays. You're going to have to do it. I honestly think kids should not be on technology. I don't think kids should be on technology at all. They shouldn't have any iPads at all. Shit, we grew up without iPads and we did perfectly fine. Get them some blocks. That's what we used to do. Play with the little blocks. Color books. That's what we used to do. Things that stimulate their mind. Not things that are dumbing them down. You know, and then the iPad dies, and guess what? The kid throws a whole tantrum because the iPad is dead. You could not do dodgeball. Oh, that was fun. Dodgeball was fun. And what was the other one? Tetherball, when you hit the ball on the string around the loop, around the pole. Oh, and some double dutch. You don't want to see me. But yeah, it's just, you know, and I don't have any children yet, but I have no already in my mind that the day I have children, we taking it back. Because I want my child to grow up and to be very knowledgeable. I want my child to grow up and to not be dumbed down in society. I don't want my child to be not reading and they're grown and they can't read a sentence, or they don't know the laws, or they're not understanding what they're signing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want my child to know. I want my child to be very sharp and very smart, because the way that this world is going, and listen to me when I say this, the way that this world is going, the generations coming after us are going to have to be a lot more wiser. A lot more wiser. But they don't want that though. They don't want that. They want them to be dumb. And you know what also is crazy? Kids don't even learn, they don't learn cursive anymore. They don't learn cursive anymore. And that to me is wild, because people still write in cursive. Cursive is still a thing. You should know how to write and read in cursive. For sure. Right? I remember the tetherball too. Oh yeah. Ah. Oh yeah. You ran a lot? Yes, that's all we did was run. And I feel the same way. I'm so glad that I was raised in the time frame that I was raised in, because I feel like we don't have that anymore. I feel like those days we don't have them anymore. But I feel like they built so much character. They built us. I do too. I write in cursive still. Sometimes I forget a letter and I just scribble whatever, but like I still write in cursive, you know, and things are sometimes like, it's just something that you need to know how to do. Especially when people are still writing in cursive. Like, why is that something that's not taught to kids in school? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a little odd. But it's just, yeah, it's not becoming where the children in a society, and the children in America are not being really prepped. But I also feel like you can't leave that up to the school system. You have to educate your child, because what I'm seeing is that the school system is only half of it, if that. You have to educate your child. You have to make sure your child is keeping up with reading, not having them sitting on an iPad, not having them sitting with this in their hand. I honestly think a child should not have a cell phone. And if they do have one, it should be the bare minimum. You can only call and text, and that's me or your daddy, maybe your grandmama and your uncle, whatever. But it should be real. And the stuff that I see on this, as a grown adult, no, 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 not at all, not at all. And it's so crazy, because people will say like, oh, well, kids need cell phones, do they? Listen, we went to school without cell phones, and we were perfectly fine. And people will say, oh, well, nowadays it's different, right? It's different now, but it doesn't, like I said, you know what, we're not going to even go into that. Which video request did you have? Let me know so I can write it down. Was that the one about the service, the beauty services, where you should stick up for yourself? Because I had somebody request that, and I'm going to film that this week. But let me know so I can write it in my notes. Because I like taking video requests from you guys as well. So let me know. Let me know. I'm going to give you some time to input it. Y'all want to see a picture of me in high school? Y'all, let me see if I can find it. So our 20th reunion is coming up. And they're trying to get things together to see if, like, people want to, you know, go to the reunion. And I'm like, oh, yeah. For sure. Oh, I don't see it. And maybe they don't have it anywhere. I'm just waiting on your response, my dear. And then we're gonna wrap this bad boy up. It's been 35 minutes. Sumitra, I'm gonna call you Sumi. Hi, hey. You just coming in right on time. We about to, well, we're gonna be on for a little bit longer. I was just waiting for Perry to send me her request. Yes, that's the one. I am filming that one. It's gonna go up on Sunday. It's going up on Sunday. I already seen it and I put it in my notes. So Sunday that video will be going up. And you know what? I'm glad you actually asked for a full video on that one too, because that's very important. Because I'm tired of seeing people leaving these salons, these nail places, and they are crying in the car. Like, they're crying in the car. Like, I honestly feel like you got to speak up in the moment. Like, you got to speak up in the moment. You have to say something. If you don't, why did you pay your money, tip, and leave, and you're unsatisfied? Like, no. And my thing is this too. A lot of people can tell in the midst when you're, especially if you're getting like your nails done. If you're looking at the nails and you're going, this shape is not it, and you ask them to correct the shape, and they correct the shape, and it's still not the shape, and then you're like, oh, right then and there you should be like, you know what, it's fine. I don't like this. I'll pay half or whatever for your work or whatever the case may be, but I'm not satisfied with this. Say something instead of getting all the stuff, paying, tipping, getting in the car and bawling your eyes out. No. So yeah, that will be up on Sunday. And you said, let me write that down in my notes too, so I know exactly what you're saying, because that's a good key point on you did could you do a full video on how to stand up for yourself? And I think that is a good one too, how to do it, because I think some people don't know how to do it. But my advice is just to say how you feel. You don't got to be rude about it though, okay? But you can just say like, listen, I don't like the work that's being done. And usually if you ask them to fix it and they try to fix it and it still don't look the way that you want it to look, exit immediately, cut it. I don't like it. Let's not continue the service. And in that moment, either you don't pay, or maybe you pay a little something for what they did do, or they usually remove it and you don't pay anything. It goes all which ways. And I get that people don't like confrontation, but when you're paying for a service, you should be getting exactly what the fuck it is. Excuse my language. You should be getting exactly what it is that you came in there for and what you are looking for. Nothing less. Why would you pay for something that you don't even like? That makes no sense to me. And you guys know I work in the industry. I've done hair, I've done makeup, and I'm currently a waxer. And you're paying for a service, you need to be able to get exactly what it is that you're paying for. So yeah, so that will be up on Sunday, a full video. Any other questions before we get up out of here? You're India? Is that your name? Your name is India? Any other questions about skincare? Okay. Well, if not, y'all, we're going to go ahead and we're going to end this video here, this live today here. I had a great time. I really did enjoy doing the, what's it called? What's the name of this live? The Hot Take Skincare Edition. Brain gone. I think that was really fun. So I think we should probably do another one. No? Yes? Okay. But yeah, you guys, thank you so much for tuning into the live. forward to video will be up. And if you guys have any other video suggestions, please leave them in the comment section, or you can DM me, anything like that, to let me know what you want to see. But Sunday that video will be going up, and I can't wait. Okay, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next live or the next video. Bye.